It is 9:02, and we want to welcome you all. I'm Donna Ostrander, and I'm here with Rocky Rockwell, Robert Rockwell.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, Chief Warrant Officer. Got my coffee, my schmoozy sip coffee, giving a free promotion there in Highland, Indiana. And then I've got my schmedium suit jacket on this morning. Looking
snazzy.
Schmedium. And then, hey, it's like going to be 70 degrees today, so the spring is in the air. I got my pastel. No, it's like a reddish, but kind of, pinkish pastel. So for the season, I'm ready.
Nice.
Are you ready for spring?
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, it's the winter blues, baby.
Yeah, right.
I
am ready. My dogs are ready. They're tired of being in the house, you know. But I'm not ready for them to track in all the mud. That's what I'm not ready
wet
for.
Right now out there, so
wear
rain jackets.
Well, let's kick it off. Robert, you want to start reading? We'll go through half of the contributors and then.
Of course. So, Veterans Views, founded by American Legion Hammond Victory Post 168. Some great legends over there that have had this show since over 20 years now. They said the first video appearance in 2005. A little tidbit: I graduated from high school in 2005. So, that's how legendary the officers and the members of American Legion Hammond Victory Post 168. Thank you for all your years in allowing this show to continue. We love being on here. We love bringing it to everybody. Calumet Breweries, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond, 219-845-2242. Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans, 2305 West 83rd Avenue in Maryville. Call 219-769-8803 for special veteran savings on complete burial packages. Also call 219-736-5840 for the chapel. My father had a great service there, and I always like to mention that. You know, as a veteran, they give him all the honors. Yeah. And you can't beat that. So Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel, local, and very much supportive of our local veterans. We have a legend here. Speaking of legends, we've got the legendary Steve Bramer, known around the region as the Mountain Dew guy.
Yep. Hey, I was on Chuck's show on Monday, and Trucker Mike called in, and he said he's still looking for a way to get you Mountain Dew into the bunker. So. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see in the morning time as a veteran. And Donna, you're one of the anomalies. You don't drink coffee.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But Steve, you switched from Mountain Dew to coffee some time back, I noticed.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do. We got to keep it strong.
I need a little bit more kick in the morning.
A nice punch to the mouth, right? It's 16 sugars, and we got it going, huh? There we go. All right. Hey,
15,
we're getting back
15.
to our Veterans Views contributors, and again, we couldn't do this show without you. DAV Chapter 17 meets the first Thursday at 1900. Glenn F. Reneker, VFW Post 802-5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Also, DAV Chapter 80 meets the second Friday, Cedar Lake, VFW Post 261. 13050 Washington Street, Cedar Lake. You can reach DAV Chapter 80 at 219-386-2282. And John just called me the other day. He sent me an application for the DAV since I'm now able, right? And it's pretty great. So I'm actually going to probably go with 17. It's closer to home.
Yeah.
Right? I live in Griffith. Laborers International Union of North America 41. 500 Superior Street, Munster, 219-924-7922. Laborers International Union. That's great. Thank you for your support, Veterans Views. Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 721, meets second Thursday at 1900. That is 7 o'clock for those citizen soldiers out there that might not habla 1900. Glenn F. Reneker, VFW Post 802. Lots of activity there. 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Thank you, Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 721. Family dental care all over the region and into the Chicagoland area. Veterans receive free exams, x-rays, cleanings, and a 10% discount on all other services. 8 convenient Chicagoland locations and NWI locations. Chicago's east and south sides, Calumet City, Crestwood, Oaklawn, Evergreen Park, Munster, and Griffith. 219-804-9329 to schedule your appointment in Munster, or go to www.familydentalcare.com to schedule your appointment. Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs, home, auto, life, health, business, and more. Call Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company at 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction, 1235 Summer Street, Hammond, 219-923-3007. See Kuziak trucks everywhere.
Yeah.
I always see them. Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana, by founder Rich Tokars. Very, very accommodating gentleman, a veteran himself. Please contact founder Rich Tokars at 219-670-2501. See him at also a lot of the North Township Roundtable coffee meetings, things along those lines. He's very, very, very engaged in the local veteran community. So we thank you for that, Rich Tokars. White Oak Home Care, 9800 Connecticut Drive, Crown Point, 219-999-5869. You never know when you're going to need that for either yourself or your loved ones. Be prepared.
Yep.
Go to www.whiteoakhomecare.com for more inquiry. And then, of course, we always need to mention at the beginning and at the end, 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Actually picked up something at the coffee station this morning. That's the Veterans Crisis Line. Dial 988, then press 1 for a Veteran Direct. Confidential support is available 24/7. Chat at veterancrisisline.net. Text 838-255. It's U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
Okay.
And we went through the whole contribution list, so we got that knocked out.
Yeah. So we want to talk a little. I just want to touch on a couple veterans things going on in the veterans community before we get into the current events. So the other day, the DAV. This is why it's so important to join these organizations. You know, because it's not. You don't have to go. You know, especially for you guys that have kids and everything. I understand you can't go to every meeting every month. You know, but join these organizations. Find out what's going on about your benefits. Because the more people we have, when these representatives, these guys, men and women, go to Congress and testify in front of Congress, and they walk in and they say they have 100,000 members, that's powerful. You know, but if they walk in and say we got 10,000 members, well, that still is a lot. But considering how many people we have in the military and how many veterans there are, it's not enough. We need more. Numbers are power. So they testified in front of Congress, asking for unanimous consent for the passage of Senate Bill 1032, which is the Major Richard Starr Act, on the floor. Unfortunately, it was turned down again, this time by Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. So
did he do it last time too?
No, it was a different guy last time. So and then this Richard Johnson, he gets interviewed later on, and he's like, "Well, if it gets out of committee, I'll vote for it." Dude, you're the one who turned it down. And I'm so tired of this. This is, you know, they're like, well, you know, money, money, money. Wait a minute. The country has no problem sending us to get hurt and die in a foreign land, but they don't want to pay the bills when they come due and we come home. And that just makes me so mad. It just makes me so mad. So there's another thing that's going on. There are some veteran home loans companies that say they're approved by the VA, and they're not.
Wow.
So, yeah. Veterans United Home Loans is owned by the Mortgage Research Center. They are presently being sued because they falsely present itself as part of the federal government and steering borrowers toward costly loans. So they're ripping off veterans.
Yeah.
So, you know, just because a company says that they are part of the government or they're approved by the VA, you have to do your due diligence and research that and find out if they really are who they say they are.
And that's a shame.
Isn't it?
You know, I'd like to meet some of those people face to face.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, call them out into the back alley here in the bunker.
Yeah,
Say,
right.
what are you doing trying to take advantage of my buddies, my battle buddies, men and women?
The reach inside of you is coming out.
Yeah.
Got to go hard in the yard sometimes, you know?
Right.
And especially people trying to rip you off.
I mean,
Right.
it was kind of the same thing with loan sharks, or not loan sharks, but the claim sharks.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were trying to eliminate that, but that didn't pass either.
No, that didn't pass either.
I was listening to a local radio talk show. I'm not going to name the number, but it's an AM show out of Gary. And this morning, this gentleman called in and said, "Hey," he was talking to the host, and the host was a veteran, and I was interested because I was listening. And they were talking about Iran a little bit, and he said, "Are you 100%?" He said, "No, I'm not 100%." He's like, "Well, you need to call me, talk to me right now. We talk personally." And I'm thinking in my mind, like, this guy has probably no qualification to be talking like he's gonna help him.
Yeah.
You know, like, I doubt he's a part of a legitimate organization. And so, like, in my mind, you know, everybody likes to talk the talk, but you know, that's why we have organizations that actually support our show, right? Like the DAV, people that are vested and actual certified to help.
Right.
There's just some Joe Schmuckatelli on the street saying, "Hey, you 100%? Oh, hey, come step into my back
And you know
office."
what? And that's one thing that I kind of hate about that whole business too, because you shouldn't just try to get everybody 100.
Right.
Just get them what they deserve.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
If you're 80%, you're 80%.
Right.
50 or 30, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
100%. I mean,
But-
100%. You're right.
But if
Yeah.
your goal is to get to 100, then you're going to do whatever you have to achieve that goal.
Yeah, and then
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
walking the gray line of
Yeah.
whether you deserve it or not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So if you would like to call in and join our discussion, you can call 219.
845.
1100.
And this is Veterans Views Radio Show. We want our veterans out there to call in and talk to us about anything that's on your mind. But you know, current events, veterans benefits. There's a lot going on. We're going to touch base
And
on
we do
today.
have a caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on Veterans Views, WJOB. Hello there.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is Connie. How's everybody doing?
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Connie. How are
Good
you?
morning.
Hey, sounding good, you guys. I see you guys. It looks like you have your graphic and the studio's all set up. You're just looking sharp, so
Yeah.
squared away over there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Standing
Nice.
tall,
Very
looking
nice.
good.
Yeah.
All the way to Hollywood is what we say.
Yeah, Jed did really good on you.
Well, you all looked good even before you had that graphic. up there. You
forget
just all
about
squared away,
it.
so. But I think actually it's time for the Department of Defense Honor Guard role. So
Okay.
I wanted to mention the fallen that we will be rendering full military honors for this week, Monday through Sunday. And I also wanted to read the names of the 6 U.S. Army reservists who paid the ultimate price recently, having been killed by a drone attack in Kuwait on Sunday, March 1st. And by the way, Rocky, I'm here with my mom. Mom, say hi to Rocky. Hi, Rocky.
Hey, Nikki, how are you?
Yes.
All
yeah.
right,
How
all
you
right.
doing,
Good to
Mommy?
hear
That's
from
what
you.
you're doing.
Good to hear
Much
from you.
better, thank you.
Good. Love to see
Yeah,
you
she-
soon, anytime.
She fell a couple months ago, as a lot of people know, and she's doing better. So
Well, that's
we're
good.
getting her on the mend. And by the way, before I read this solemn list of fallen veterans, I'm going to give a shout out, everybody, to Rocky. Rocky is my mother's financial advisor, and you couldn't find a more competent, kind young man that just really knows his stuff and goes above and beyond. So everybody, give Rocky a call. Give yourself a plug, Rocky, before the end of the show.
Hey, thank you. Of course, I
just wanted to
appreciate it.
mention that. Yes.
Of course, as a fiduciary,
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
serving
You're the best.
veterans and
Yes.
then citizen soldiers and anybody affiliated with it. So you're in my best interest, and I always have your interest in my heart. So I do appreciate the shout out.
Absolutely, hoorah. All right, so now this is not a complete list of all the veterans who have fallen. It's only those for whom the Department of Defense Northern Indiana Military Honor Guard Detail has scheduled to date for honors between March 2nd and 8th, 2026. There may be more honors scheduled for this week whose names will not be mentioned here, so I will mention them on subsequent shows. Please also keep in mind that there are unfortunately and this is very sad, veterans who do not receive these honors who deserve them for various reasons, such as having services hosted by a funeral home that does not work with the Department of Defense, a surviving family member cannot find their loved one's DD-214. Keep in mind the local VAs have access to those, and funeral homes can get those as well, but they are accessible if you're having a problem navigating that. And I'll give a phone number here so you can help navigate that. And then also, there are no surviving family members at times, and that is the most tragic. And that does happen, but we try to honor everybody who we can and reach out and connect veterans. Now, usually a funeral home will contact the Department of Defense to arrange for these military honors, but if that is not possible, survivors can call or text Commander Captain James Wiltshire of the Department of Defense Honor Guard for assistance in navigating this painful process. His cell is 219-689-3486. I'll repeat that, 219-689-3486. All right, and today on Veterans Views, we honor these U.S. Army veterans. Dwayne John Chelik, 87 of Crown Point, Raymond Hall, 81 of Portage, Indiana, and Manuel Casas of Munster, Indiana. And Manny is a friend of mine, and I'm going to be helping render him full military honors this morning. So it's a bittersweet day for me and my detail. And on behalf of the Department of Defense Honor Guard, we extend our most heartfelt condolences to the loved ones of Dwayne, Raymond, and Manny. Thank you to these beloved heroes and their families for your selfless service to our nation's enduring and freedom. And also, I'm going to mention briefly the names of the 6 U.S. Army Navy soldiers, Reserve soldiers, who died Sunday, March 1st, 2026, when a drone hit a command center in Port Shiaba, and I know that you can pronounce that better than I, Rocky, since you were in Kuwait.
Yeah, civilian port in Kuwait.
Yes. This was just a day after the U.S. and Israel launched its military campaign against Iran. They are Sergeant Declan Cody, 20 of West Des Moines, Iowa, Sergeant First Class Nicole Amor, 39 of White Bear Lake, Minnesota, Captain Cody Cork, 35 of Winter Haven, Florida, Sergeant First Class Noah Titchens, 42 of Bellevue, Nebraska, and Chief Warrant Officer 3, Robert Marzon, 54 of Sacramento, California, and finally Major Jeffrey O'Brien, 45 of Indianola, Iowa. Let's please all keep all these heroes who paid the ultimate price and their families and loved ones in our thoughts and prayers always, and always remember that there are people fighting for our freedom right now in harm's way, and let's just keep them in our thoughts and prayers.
Amen.
And I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Yes, Connie, the major and the CW3, I didn't know about those field grade officers.
I think they were hurt in the attack, and they just succumbed to their injuries.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes.
I am.
Yeah.
Thank you for shouting out to them and their families, and even sustainers in logistics areas like ports. They're in danger over there, and nobody's seen that drone coming.
Right.
So it's a shame that they were in a civilian port in Kuwait, not even on a military post.
Yeah.
And got the hammer. So
they were on a ship.
No.
They were
a civilian port in Kuwait
civilian
for
port.
logistics movement, mobility, and they're just holding it down over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're no threat.
Right.
And then they gosh, I'm sure the security was minimum. It's not like they have a bunch of post defense set up at a civilian Kuwaiti port.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you, Connie, for calling in.
Yeah, thanks, Connie.
And thank you, Rob. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, and thank you all of you for your service, and thank you for your self-sacrifice for a year in the Middle East, Rocky, and your family.
One of many.
And everybody have a wonderful day.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Connie.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
right,
that's an
take care.
unsung
Bye-bye.
job too. Is going to that, and that can wear on you.
Yeah.
Being one part of the honor guard.
Yeah.
Because you hear the stories and you see it all the time.
Yep.
That can wear on you for sure. I had some guys that did that as National Guardsmen, and they were actually a part of the official National Guard, honor guard, and they got paid for it, but it wore on them.
Yeah.
Most of the guys couldn't do it for long term.
Yeah, and then you got the people that escort the bodies home to their home of record. And there was a movie, I can't remember the name of it, with
Woody Harrelson.
No, it was crap. Can't remember his name. Anyway, he played a Marine, and he brought the body home, and that's tough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's
There's
that's
another one where Woody Harrelson and this other guy are the guys that go and inform the families.
tough. Oh, ooh,
That's another movie.
yeah.
But that's
So
rough.
3 enlisted, a specialist, an E6 and an E7, and then 3 officers,
Yeah.
a captain, a major,
and a
and a CW3.
Yeah,
That's a huge hit.
yeah, that is.
And you could see how the reserves works, because that was an
Yeah, they were all
Iowa
reserves.
reservists, but they're from all over the country. Mm-hmm. So they literally pull everyone together. It's not like the National Guard state level, where that's mostly contested of either Indiana or New York, whatever guard it is. The reserves come from all over the country, and they're
Yeah.
they're federally activated. So they're it's the same, but it's different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can see all over the world, that's affecting our entire country. Just one unit in Iowa
Yeah,
hits 5 different states. It's a shame.
it's tragic.
I have it on good authority that a brigade is being sent over there.
Oh,
So,
Oh, I don't like
this,
that.
and you know what? I'll be honest with you. After coming back from Iraq the first time, it's hard to agree to send any troops over there.
what's
Yeah.
going down?
Because-
It's a tough scenario, because Iraq started as like a libertarian type, and I wouldn't say libertarian like solely, but we wanted to free
Yeah.
Iraq, right? And then it turned out that when the ground troops went in, it soured the
I mean, was there
ground,
truth
right?
to Saddam Hussein? Yes. That he was
Yeah.
a horrible person, a horrible dictator.
Genocide?
You know,
I mean, you name it.
He should have been
Killing,
gone.
yeah.
But,
And with this, I mean, right now, Iran, they're small businesses, they're advocates. The Iranian people are singing American praises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like talking about things that, hey, this will go down in the epics of our country's lore, that America came to save us from these
from this
supremacies.
dictator.
You
You know,
know?
and the thing is a lot of people don't realize is we've been involved in Iran for many years.
Right.
You know, we the CIA helped stage a coup in 1953, and then you had the Iraq-Iran war. I can't remember the years that was, and Iraq could not make inroads into Iran. It lasted for 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
They lost a lot of people, and they got nowhere with that.
Yeah.
You know, it was a
It's definitely been
It's
conflict
kind
for
of crazy
decades.
when you look at Iran was pretty libertarian until the
Until-
Ayatollah came in 30 years ago or
in
something.
1979, and he came in with this he was going to fix everything because the Shah was corrupt, and and he was taking the people in power were making millions and billions of dollars off of oil and wasn't passing down to the people, so the Ayatollah come in and said, I'm going to fix all this, promised them everything, delivered nothing but terror. There was one of his people, the Ayatollah's people, that would walk around the streets with his Quran, and if you weren't following the Sharia law, they would just point to you and they would shoot you right on the street.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, the Ayatollah got what he deserved this past week.
yes, he
They
did.
confirmed his dead KIA killed
You
in
know-
action on
Hey,
February
that kind of
28th.
says something that Israel had a picture of him right after that happened.
It's definitely not an eye for an eye. This dude was
No.
like 86 years old.
Right, and
You
you
know?
know, I have a list here that I'd like to go over just
Absolutely.
real quick.
And then after that, we got a caller.
Okay, just have everything that Iran has done since 1979. This is only a partial list. Now you guys are too young to remember some of these. You weren't even born yet, I'm sure. But in 1979, after the Ayatollah came into power, they seized our embassy. They took 66 American hostages for 444 days. 1983, an Iran-backed terrorist group carried out a suicide car bombing at the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, killing 17 Americans. October 1983. This is the one that tears at my heart and every Marine's heart. Iran-backed Hezbollah terrorists killed 241 U.S. military, including 221 Marines, at a truck bombing at the Marine compound in Beirut.
Yeah.
And I've told this story before. I was on the tarmac in Okinawa, ready to go, and Reagan wouldn't let us go, and we were not happy because we wanted to go over there.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and,
I mean, you talk about rally the troops.
Yeah.
You kill a couple
Right.
hundred.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we're talking about 6 dead now.
Yeah.
And it gets me fired up.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine being in that position
Oh,
and not
not
going in hard.
Oh, that was hard. That was really hard.
Yeah.
March 1984, Islamic Jihad terrorists kidnapped CIA Station Chief William Buckley on his way to Beirut, on his way to work in Beirut, and they killed him. They tortured him. They kept him for a year, and that was. I remember all of these. September 1984, Hezbollah terrorists killed 23 innocent people, including 2 Americans, in a car bomb attack on the U.S. Embassy Annex in Beirut. December 1984, Hezbollah terrorists, again backed by Iran, hijacked Kuwait Airways Flight 221 en route to Pakistan. They diverted it to Tehran, where they brutally tortured and killed 2 American officials. 1985 of June, Hezbollah, Iran-backed terrorists, hijacked TWA Flight 847 on its way from Athens to Rome, torturing a U.S. Navy diver before shooting him point blank in the head and tossing his body on the tarmac in Beirut. They tossed his body out the window.
Wow.
Yeah. July 1989, Iran-backed Hezbollah again. Terrorists killed U.S. Marine Colonel William Higgins after kidnapping him the previous year while he was serving as a United Nations peacekeeping force in Lebanon.
Oh, God. A full bird colonel?
Yeah.
I mean, these are
Yeah.
acts of war.
Absolutely.
I didn't even know that one.
April 1995, Iran-backed jihad terrorists killed 8 people, including 1 American citizen, in a car bomb in Gaza. August 1995, an Iran-backed Hamas suicide bomber blew up a bus in Jerusalem, killing an American and 3 other passengers and wounding more than 100. February 1996, an Iran-backed Hamas suicide bomber blew up another bus in Jerusalem, killing 3 Americans and wounding 3 other Americans. March 1996, Iran-backed Hamas. They killed 20 people, including 2 Americans, in a suicide bombing at a Tel Aviv shopping center. May 1996, Iran-backed terrorists killed an American-Israeli dual citizen and wounded another American citizen in the West Bank. June 1996, Hezbollah, again, they're backed by Iran. They killed 19 U.S. airmen and wounded nearly 500 others in a truck bombing at a U.S. Air Force housing complex in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
September 1997, Iran-backed Hamas suicide bombers blew themselves up at a shopping mall in Jerusalem, killing an American-Israeli dual citizen and wounding 7 other American citizens. August 1998, Al-Qaeda suicide bombers facilitated by Iran, Hezbollah, simultaneously bombed U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, killing 224 people, including a dozen American citizens.
What year was that?
That was 98.
I don't remember that one either.
Yeah, we were kids, man.
Yeah. August 2001, an Iran-backed Hamas terrorist blew up a Jerusalem pizzeria, killing 3 Americans. January 2002, Iran-backed Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade terrorists killed an American in the West Bank. July 2002, Hamas, Iran-backed again, killed 5 Americans in a bombing at Hebrew University in Jerusalem. June 2003, Iran-backed Hamas suicide bomber killed 17 people, including an American, on a bus in Jerusalem. October 2003, Iran-backed Popular Resistance Committee's terrorists killed 3 U.S. diplomatic personnel in a bombing in Gaza. Between 2003 and 2011, Iran-backed militias killed at least 603 U.S. troops in Iraq, roughly 1 in every 6 American combat fatalities in Iraq.
You want to hear something? I was looking at home, and the way I got my Purple Heart was I was in the second Hummer in the turret, and when we were coming back from a roadside bomb, I got caught by a wire underneath my neck, and it started pulling me out the Hummer as we were driving.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost had me completely out, and then the driver grabbed my foot, and it broke the wire, and I kind of slingshot forward, hit my face, like knocked myself out, everything.
Oh, wow.
So I had that wire, right, wrapped around my head.
Yeah.
So I had to fight to bring it back home.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
So I got it. So I was looking at it. Do you know it says made in Iran?
It does?
Yep.
Wow.
It says it on there.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yep.
Steve.
All right, I just got a couple
It's
more.
heavy, man.
August 2006 or August 2003, Hamas terrorists blew up a bus in Jerusalem, killing 5 Americans and wounding 1 other. August 2006, Iran-backed Hezbollah terrorists killed American citizen and Israeli Defense Forces soldier during the Second Lebanon War. The soldier was Michael Levin, and he was the only American to die in the conflict. January 2007, a dozen men affiliated with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps killed 5 U.S. soldiers and wounded 3 others in Karbala, Iraq, after disguising themselves as U.S. soldiers and entering the Provincial Joint Coordination Center.
They disguised as soldiers.
Yeah.
U.S. troops.
Yeah.
That's why you don't throw your uniforms in the trash.
Yeah.
There's a proper way to dispose of them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
March 2007, former FBI agent Robert Levison disappeared in Iran. Never seen again, probably died in an Iranian prison. July 2014, Iran-backed Hamas terrorists killed 2 American citizens serving in the IDF, in the Israeli defenses. October 2015, Iran-backed Hamas terrorists killed an American citizen and his wife in a drive-by shooting in the West Bank. December 2019, Iran-backed Hezbollah terrorists killed an American civilian contractor and wounded several U.S. service members in a rocket attack at K-1 Air Base in Kirkuk, Iraq. January 2020, 109 U.S. troops suffered traumatic brain injuries in an Iranian ballistic missile attack on the Ain al-Assad Air Base in Iraq. September 2020, U.S. intelligence indicated the Iranian regime was considering a plot to assassinate the U.S. ambassador to South Africa. February 2021, an Iran-backed militia fired a rocket at coalition forces in Erbil, Iraq, wounding a U.S. service member and 4 U.S. civilian contractors. Oh my God, there's so many.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot more. But
Yeah,
I don't wanna,
we could do a show on each one of those.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
We got a caller. Caller, you still on hold there? Joe?
Yes.
Go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB Veterans Views.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. This is Ricky C., your charming chaplain and past commander twice of American Legion Post 232 in downtown Hessville, Indiana.
Good morning.
Hey.
Beautiful downtown.
Yeah. And for those who are wondering, Hessville.
How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Great. Well, a little physical, but anyway, it's an early announcement that on Sunday, March 15th, from 12 to 4, American Legion Post 232 at 6523 Kennedy Avenue in Hammond will have a St. Patrick's Day dinner with all the trimming. $13 for the dinner, $8 for sandwiches. To-goes are allowed. So come on down, have fun with us, have some fellowship, maybe a little, as they say, adult beverage.
Yeah, some corned beef cabbage going on.
I do got.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have 2 comments. One, Donna, for you. Seriously, it's interesting that you mentioned that list of everything that's happened in the Middle East.
That was only half of it.
November 4th, 79, I was stationed at Zembach, Germany, and I was getting ready to to come back to the States on a humanitarian reassignment. My mom got real sick. That was the day that the hostages were taken in Iran, and I didn't hear about it until I touched down at Dover, Delaware, Dover Air Force Base, Delaware, and saw a bunch of C-5As scrambling.
Wow. That's
Also, and Rocky, one thing you said, brother, yes, there are veterans that do not deserve 100% because maybe your service-connected disability is not 100% disabling. That doesn't mean that you can try to get everything that we do deserve. And to all my
yeah.
brother and sister veterans out there, hey, don't stop fighting.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Get
I
what
didn't
you
mean to
are
put it out like
supposed
that.
to be getting.
Yeah.
No, we weren't trying to deter anybody from, you know, if you deserve it, you get it. But you don't want to walk the gray line of, you know, not if really you're just throwing crap at the wall and seeing
Yeah,
what
see
sticks. You know.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
speaking of claims,
yes, exactly.
when are we going to see you, my friend?
Me?
Yeah, you.
You never know. You never know.
So you said corned beef and cabbage at your Hessville Post,
Yeah.
beautiful downtown Hessville,
March 15th.
March
Yes.
15th. Okay, and so then Guinness and
Um,
Jameson shots.
You know, I never
Oh, my
had corned
God.
beef.
You never had corned beef?
That's a possibility. Personally, I prefer Tullamore Dew, but it's from 12 to 4 p.m. Come on down.
Okay.
Our entire post is just behind us to make it a wonderful, wonderful day. But for those who happen to be of Polish descent, I hope you didn't forget this past Monday, which was Pulaski Day.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I didn't know
Those
that.
are those donuts,
General
right?
Kazimierz Pulaski,
No.
who is the father of the American cavalry.
Oh, I
During
didn't
the
know that.
Revolutionary War, he come from Poland to help train and was one of the founders of West Point, New York.
Wow.
Hey, for all of us out there that aren't sure what the Pulaskis are, could you clarify?
Well, General Pulaski, it's pronounced Pulaski in Polish.
Pulaski.
Pulaski, as most people say. Again, he was the founder of the American cavalry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but is
So-
it like a jelly-filled donut or something?
No.
No.
No, those are potchkis.
Potchkies.
That's
Gosh,
Brother,
okay,
I
I'm
tell
still.
you what, I'm not only going to break for, first of all, everybody who is wearing the uniform today, and for those that did lose their lives, a special prayer I'll be saying. Folks, I hope you do remember, there's an old saying that freedom is not free. Unfortunately, sometimes it has to be paid for with blood, and that is a shame. But this is what makes our country the greatest that ever was, that ever will be.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
That we defend each other.
I love it. Love it. Thanks for the call.
Yeah,
Love
thanks,
to see
Ricky.
if we can get over there
Yeah.
Saturday and get some.
Yeah, I may go up there and try corned beef.
Sunday.
Oh.
No.
Saturday.
No, Rocky, not Saturday.
No,
A
Sunday.
week from this coming Sunday, March
15th.
15th.
March 15th. Got
Okay.
it. Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
you know what
sir.
this weekend
Even
is?
better.
Thank you, and God bless all of
All right. Thank
God
you,
bless
Ricky.
you.
Thanks, Ricky. Daylight savings is this weekend.
That's
Man,
such
I
a.
hate that.
Oh, I love
Can't we
it.
just leave the time alone?
But the days get longer.
Yes. Just leave it that
That's
way.
true.
I
I like
love,
the fall one because you go back
Yeah.
an
Oh.
hour, so you get an extra hour of sleep. This
Well-
one, you lose an hour.
You know, it
Yeah.
always happens to me on drill weekend too, so I have an extra beer or two. I'm just-
All right. You got another
Just
caller.
kidding.
Go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB with Veterans Views. Hello, caller.
Hi, this is Andrew calling in.
Hello.
I was calling in just to say thank you to all of you guys for your service and to put out there that the Lowell VFW is actually going to be doing something coming up in June for our veterans.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Just keep us updated.
We're going to be doing a 22-day motorcycle ride.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You said June?
It is Saturday, June 13th.
Okay.
The registration at 9 and the kickstands is up at 11. We'll have a live band, food, and raffles.
There we go.
Okay.
Hey, we were
Okay.
just over there at that Lowell
Yep.
VFW post
Yeah.
about a month ago. They got a really nice open.
Yeah. It's a nice
like,
post.
Yeah.
It is deceivingly big, too.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Yeah, you walk in there and it's just like, wow, this
Yes,
thing opens
it
up.
All
Okay,
right.
so it's a bike ride, motorcycle ride on June 13th, right? What are the times?
Yeah.
I didn't get the times.
Registration starts at 9, then all kickstands are up at 11.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. And
Hoorah.
if you want, you can keep calling in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And promoting it or letting us know. We can help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes out there for all of
Yeah,
VFW's
I'll just
local
walk-
legions.
Yeah.
Just want to also give a shout out to the Patriot Guard Riders as well. They do a lot of good work.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do.
absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
absolutely.
Yep. I rode with those guys a couple times. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
cool.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thanks
a lot,
for the
man.
call. So we were really in the mix. Sorry, we were really in the mix of going through all the years and years of attacks by Iran.
I didn't even realize there was so many.
It's just
Yeah.
so many of those
Yeah.
could have sparked a war.
Yeah.
You know,
they
and
didn't.
maybe should have.
Yeah.
And for our current state of this country and how, I would say divisive we are as a country right now. There's
Right.
been times in history where it's been obviously divisive as now.
Yeah.
But I think it's a time where we really need to come together and support what's going down. You don't necessarily have to agree with it, but when people are suffering, like I said, just like the comic books, I hate to refer this to a comic, but when you have superpower, you have an obligation. You have an obligation to help. And America is the biggest superpower in the world. And so, some people can debate, we could stay out of their junk, stay out of their problems,
look,
but people are being
say,
killed by the thousands.
And when you really look at the moves that this administration has made these past two, pretty much, with the taking of Maduro and this hit on Iran, when you look at the big picture, both of those were main suppliers of oil
To
China.
Yeah.
85% of Iran's oil was going to China.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
That's huge.
I
yeah.
mean,
'Cause-
this is
'cause-
going to change
Yeah.
a
A
lot.
lot.
Because Venezuela has the dirty oil, as it's called, and Iran had the clean oil.
Yeah.
Well, guess who's staying out of it? Russia and China.
Russia and China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to play around.
No.
They already verbally and publicly announced before we went in there, hey, Iran, you want to keep poking the bear, we're not going to help you.
Yeah.
And
And I think it's amazing that all these countries in the Middle East are jumping on going after Iran.
it's time.
Yeah.
It's
And
time.
It's amazing that they're all coming together for that which is, they're so different.
Well,
and
what
they're-
people don't realize is this is not a uneducated decision by our government.
Right.
Yeah.
Our generals know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The landscape of the world.
A lot more
Our
than we do.
generals
Oh,
are
yeah.
the ones
Oh, yeah.
that are recommending this, and our generals are not politics.
Right.
Our generals know when it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It just takes somebody to say, "Go ahead,"
Yeah.
and
Let's do it.
potentially liberating millions of people.
Yeah.
And hopefully we do it the right way.
Yep. We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB Veterans Views. Hello.
There we go. Good morning.
Good
From
morning.
your favorite Marine Corps veteran from Hobart, Indiana.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
We got the Marine.
All right. Hoorah.
Devil dog. Arr, arr.
Hi, Donna. Good morning to you
morning,
and to Rocky and
Morning.
and Steve. And so, good morning for all you guys. Okay.
Good morning.
Well, I'm getting something in the background. I'm having Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a
I'm not gonna lie,
spaceship.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can we turn up Steve's
Yeah,
earphones?
I don't know what it is. Let me see. Hang on. Is that any better?
I can
that's
I
a
can
little bit
hear
better.
I can hear Joe.
Yeah, I can hear. Oh, Joey. Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. How you doing, Joey?
Okay. Yeah. It was. Oh, I'm okay, Steve. How about you, my friend?
I'm
Like some
okay.
gravel, so like that, but that's okay. But hey, I'm just calling a week from tomorrow on the 13th. It was the same thing last month. We had Friday the 13th and breakfast on the 14th, and same thing this month. We got Friday the 13th next Friday, and then breakfast on the second Saturday. So breakfast for the veterans on the second Saturday over at the Cafe Cellulose. Address is 7454 South Broadway. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is for veterans only. It's a veterans only breakfast, stuff like that. Really nice people. They take good care of us, good food and everything else. So come join us. If you've never been, stuff like that. Others have come. Bring a friend with you and stuff like that.
So that's not this Saturday,
if
but
Wendy's available, if you got with them, bring Wendy with you if you're coming. And
Okay.
Bobby Rockwell and stuff like that. Same thing for you, okay, sir?
Yes, sir. We appreciate you.
you.
Yeah, Cafe Stilios
And I know
in
we'll
Maryville
never-
on Broadway.
and I
Not
know
this
we'll never
Saturday,
get-
but next
we'll never-
Saturday.
Yeah.
I know we'll never get Steve out of bed that early in the morning, but it's a wonder how he makes
Never
this
get
one at
Steve out of
9
bed
o'clock in the
that
morning on Friday. But,
All right, Joe. Thank you very much for calling.
Okay?
All right.
Yep.
All right, you guys all have a good weekend, okay? All right?
Yeah, you too,
All
sir.
right,
Bye,
thanks,
guys.
Joey.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Cafe Stilios in
Yeah.
Maryville on
Yep.
Broadway, not this Saturday, but the next
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's, good, it's a
Maybe
good
I'll
time. You
go.
meet a lot of
It is.
interesting people there.
Yeah.
Have you gone?
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
You went
I
to?
met a World War II
Everybody-
veteran there.
everybody went
Yeah,
with
he
me,
was
huh?
really,
It was cool.
he had a lot of energy. He's
Yeah.
in his 90s. I mean, this guy,
Wow. He wasn't there last week.
Wow.
he talked me out.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, this guy's got it going on, man. I hope I'm that sharp when I'm 90.
Right? All right. We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB Veterans Views.
Nice, you got a lot of
Yeah.
callers in there. That's awesome.
Hey, Donna, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, that was time consuming. I appreciate you going through those dates and those incidents.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, that was only half the list.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's still quite a few
Well-
more.
People questioning the president's moves right now, people need to be reminded of all the bloodshed and the fact that those savages don't care about the collateral damage.
No, they don't. No, I mean they killed 30,000 of their own people in January. At least that's a conservative estimate.
Yeah. Of
You
course,
know.
they only put out that they killed a couple thousand.
And
but
that's from a lot of different
people on the
sources.
ground are saying up to 30, and they're just
Yeah.
shooting them at point blank range.
Oh yeah, they just
you know.
walk down the street and kill them.
Get back to the house.
Yeah.
You'd be scared to go out.
So people became afraid to even leave their homes. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's terrible. And
It's terrible. It's
not
genocide.
not to even talk about how they treat women. You know, women are at 9 years old. They're available to be sold to wed somebody.
terrible.
To be raped. You know, and
Well,
it's
I appreciate you bringing that up for the liberal females that are protesting against the president's moves.
yeah. And,
If you're talking about the way they treat females
oh yeah.
in those regions, that needs to be a reminder as well.
Exactly. And the women, you know, I follow a woman online who was living in Iran at one time, and she was able to get out, but she talks about how she was sold and raped continuously by her husband and her husband's friends. You know, you just loan her out or whatever. And, you know, had no right to go to school, no education.
It's terrible.
You had to be 100% covered from head to toe. You can't leave the house without a male escort. I mean, it's just ridiculous how they treat women over there. And for women in this country to say, I saw an interview with a woman the other day who said that she'd be better off in Iran, and I wish I could have reached through the screen and smacked her.
Those are people who don't even know.
No, and
they have
the
no
thing
idea.
is they were gay people, and they're like, yeah, we'd be okay over there. No, you wouldn't.
No,
they
you
throw
wouldn't.
you off of buildings over there.
Yeah.
You know, they shoot you in the head over there. They don't care.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And for people to be that uneducated in this country just drives me crazy.
Well, a little bit of the appreciation has, I think, left the value of our freedom.
Yeah.
And like how much we should truly. You only have a 3% chance to be born in the U.S.
Yeah.
as the whole population of the world. So we are already lucky to be
I didn't
here.
know that.
3%
Wow.
to be born here.
I mean, there's a reason why everybody's trying to come here.
Go ahead.
Donna, I'm not excluding you on this by any means,
Okay.
but boys, let's not ever forget those tarmacs and those flag draped coffins.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And they would do it again in a heartbeat, and they'll continue to do it.
Oh yeah.
You know, their big thing is death to America. They don't like us. They don't want us. They will do whatever they can to kill us.
Yeah.
Well, we're smoking them right now.
Yeah.
We are 100% dominating this conflict at
Hey.
this point. So
That death to America is not hard to interpret, is it?
No, it's not.
No, not at all.
Not at all. I mean,
yeah, but I tell you, their population's not singing that. That's
No.
their regime.
Yeah.
Their population is really advocates for us,
Yeah.
and people need to realize that we is the mass majority of Iran. We are not the enemy.
Yeah.
We are the saviors and the liberators.
You know, I was reading that Iran wasn't even Muslim prior to the Ayatollah. They were Persian.
They're Persian.
Persian,
they're
yeah.
Persian.
And I didn't even know that
They're
there
not
was a
Arabs.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
It's
Arabs. They're
crazy.
Persians.
I don't know how he came in and he just
It's
man
He
took
fed him a
over.
line of-
dictatorship,
Yep, he fed him a line
persecution, man.
of... Yeah.
86-year-old
Yeah.
deserved to die 30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And as the caller on said, hey, reading through that list, some people need to sit down and open their ears up and
Yeah.
read that list.
That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Hundreds of U.S.
Yep.
civilians and military servicemen and women killed over the last 40 years,
Yep.
50 years.
What else you got, caller? Oh, did he hang up? Okay. All right.
Yeah, thanks
Hey,
for calling in.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for the call.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. And there's, and you hear, oh, we're doing bad, we're doing good, and the first casualty of war is the truth,
Right.
So I read a
Oh, I
report
like
the other
that.
day that we've got the B-52 bombers out there. I think I'm using the right. I don't know if that's the right bomber, but it's very slow, and it's easy to pick them out of the sky. Well, they're already doing sorties over there. So if they're in the sky, that means we've pretty much decimated their capability to take our planes
Their defense capability.
Yeah, so
the missile air defense.
yeah, they don't put them up unless
It's a safer
yeah,
zone.
It's safer to do that. So
Well, we just took out one of their big ships too. I mean, we're going in on them.
Yeah.
We already took out one of their frigates. It's pronounced
was-
frigate.
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 They
Oh,
said it was
yeah.
as big as a World War II aircraft carrier.
Well, it's the first time since World War II that a Navy ship has been sunk by a submarine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Torpedo.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is actually incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
been 70, 80 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Longer than that, maybe.
It's amazing. A lot of people are saying we're going to run out of missiles and all this stuff, and it's funny because there's a guy. It's one of their ministers that goes and is doing these interviews and talking about how wonderful they are and how they have all this technology, and they haven't even started to release all their stuff. It reminds me of the guy who did the same thing during the Iraq War. Especially during the first one. Because during the first Iraq War, they had us so scared of the their guard, their Republic Guard, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, they're the elite of the elite.
Right.
We got our work cut out for us."
They're slaves.
Yeah,
They-
the
they
thing
weren't
is,
fed.
when we went into Iraq the first time, they're walking around with their hands up. I give up.
In mass.
In mass.
I mean, they were
Yeah.
just
So-
coming by the hundreds.
I'm not saying that that's going to happen in Iran. It could. Who knows?
Yeah, they probably didn't have full combat loads. They
Yeah.
see the American troops geared up to the gills.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Hey, give me an MRE, brother.
Yeah, right.
I'm starving out here in this
Yeah.
hot desert.
Right.
You know what? Let me get in one of those up armor Humvees. Got some
Yeah.
AC in there.
Oh, we
I don't
didn't
think you
have
guys had AC back then.
No.
Yeah, I'm talking about nowadays.
No, they weren't even hardened back then.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
got
but-
wait. You mean you got AC in the Hummers?
Oh yeah, all the up armors now have AC.
Shut
So the
up.
the soft sides don't have AC. Obviously.
No, of course not.
Yeah,
we
hey.
barely had heat.
I'm an officer, man.
Rank has its privileges.
Right?
Hey, but
Yeah.
to the caller's point, regardless of your political beliefs, you gotta listen to the facts.
Yeah.
Find a reputable source before you go out there and make
Don't get your news off of Facebook.
a booty out of yourself and look
Right.
like you don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Because so
man.
many people, and I've said this before, so many people just read the headlines. Or they're like, well, I'm only going to watch this news because they support
yeah.
my point of view.
I watch
Regardless of what
Yeah,
side
I
you're
watch
on.
a lot of world news.
Yeah.
Even some
I like to watch
BBC.
news. I like to watch news from other countries.
Military.com.
Yeah.
Did you see who's getting hammered right now? That prime minister from Britain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! I've seen so much. Britons are mad. They're mad
yeah.
because we didn't inform Britain we were doing this.
Their country's in chaos.
So-
Yeah. oh, I
Utter
know.
chaos right
Yeah.
now. They've got people on the streets running for their lives because they're getting raped.
Yeah.
Like it's insanity over there.
They are-
and they've allowed it.
guys
They've
that just
allowed
run
it.
around and rape women.
And people don't understand that if we don't somehow curtail our country,
It's going the same way.
Yep.
It could potentially be the same
Yep.
way. We cannot just allow any Tom, Dick, or Harry from anywhere in the world just walk up in here and be like, "Hey, cool, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm American."
Give me stuff.
Right? We didn't do that.
No.
Anybody did. Nobody did that.
Yeah.
Throughout the history of our country, no one was just allowed to just show up.
Yeah.
And no country does that.
No.
No advanced country.
No.
Poland
No.
ain't got no issues.
No, Poland doesn't have that issues because they didn't let
No.
anybody in.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? You got to be vested. You want to be a
Yep.
citizen of Poland. You
You
better
gotta-
speak their language.
Yep.
You better learn their education values.
And assimilate to their culture. They don't
Right.
change for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Shouldn't
did
be
that
changing.
We're a melting pot here, so that
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there's
get
a
that.
difference between us and them, but you know, do it the right way. That's what I'm about,
Yeah.
and I'm very middle of the road. You can't sway me one way or another when it comes to my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go this way because my mom did that, my
Right,
dad did that. I'm not
right.
gonna go this way because you say so. I'm making my own middle of the road vote. And people don't like to hear that.
No.
Yeah.
People will be like, "Oh, well, you need to do this because that's in your bet." Well, okay,
Yeah.
that's your belief. I make
Yeah.
my own decision because I'm an
Exactly.
American and I have the right to choose.
Yeah.
Not just because I was born that way
Right.
and then my parents did that. And no, read up.
Yeah.
Educate yourself
That
before
whole
you make a
blind
decision.
loyalty.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
and-
don't buy
You know,
it.
and George Washington warned us in his when he gave up the You know, he didn't have to give up at 2 terms. He could have went on. You know, he could have become a king.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and he chose not to, and that set the tone for our country. And he said, "Beware of political parties. Will bring the republic down." And he was absolutely right.
I seen on the
You
back
know?
of your Bronco it says "We the People."
Yeah.
And then underneath it, what does it say?
We're tired.
Yeah.
We the people have had enough.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Tired of it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I seen that today. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of it too. Dang it, Donna. Get me fired up.
All right.
I get my
we
I
had
get my
2
schmoozy latte in me.
All right. All right. We got one more caller before we end
No,
the
no,
show.
no, no. We got 2 more minutes.
Oh, we got 2 more minutes.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's go around for last call.
Okay, so last night we had our DAV meeting, and at the VFW in Hammond
Mm-hmm.
at 802, they have those big. They look like slot machines, but they're
Yeah.
the pull tabs.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not slot
Oh, yeah.
machines.
No, they're pull tabs. I don't. They weren't even on, so I couldn't see how they
'cause they have
work.
them in Griffith.
Oh,
But
66 is
I'm
really
excited
kicking
to see
butt
how
with
that
those.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you know, I saw a stat: 54% of beer is down, and everything's down.
It's
Yeah.
a new
But
generation. Yeah.
wine, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're healthier than I think we were.
I think they're also
That's why they have
supplementing
diet beer.
the alcohol.
They have diet beer, yeah.
Because
Light beer, that's why-
you see the down of the alcohol, but
Yeah.
then the rise of the marijuana.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
it's almost like they're supplementing
Well,
one for the other.
that's all right.
You know.
That's all right.
So, but hopefully
As long
this
as
is
you're not
something
operating
that could,
heavy equipment.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
But hopefully this can turn around some of these VFWs and American Legions because
Yeah.
we're losing too many.
Well, a lot of them are non-smoking now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our VFW in Griffith has really turned it around.
Yeah.
He's got 98 new members over the
Which
last
I
6 months or so.
smoke, but I do appreciate that when they don't have smoking because
Yeah,
it does
go
bring more
outside and
people
rip a
in.
cig, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got to sit
Exactly.
right next to me. And I go home and the wife's mad at me.
Right.
You know, I got to
Exactly.
leave my
You know,
clothes
like
at the
smoke,
front porch.
I would rather go outside and smoke a cigarette, but have more people come
Yeah.
Yeah.
than the opposite,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, other than that, have a good weekend.
All right.
Absolutely. Hey, I just want to say for all of us Iraq veterans and Afghanistan veterans, Desert Storm veterans, anybody under the age of 50, really, you have to join and support your local veterans advocacy establishments like the VFW, American Legion, the DAV, Purple Heart, all the contributors to our show. You have to because, not because you're going to sit in a bar and rip cigs, but because it's going to benefit us and our futures as servicemen and women and veterans, because they are the ones advocating for us on Capitol Hill. You're not coming out of your job at the steel mill and going down to Capitol Hill, but I tell you who is. The American Legion, the VFW, the DAV,
Right.
the Purple Heart Association, and so that's why it's important. And I challenge you, all of you younger veterans, join it. Join the American Legion.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I just want to say thank you, everyone. And if you do happen to visit one of our contributors, please tell them you heard about them on Veterans Views on
Veterans
WJOB.
Views.
WJOB. So we appreciate your support. We appreciate the callers. And again, especially if our Gulf War vets, if you're feeling triggered by everything that's going on, please call 988. put that one in there. You know, you're not alone. Nobody's alone. We're all together in this. So Semper Fi, and let's keep on going.
Hoorah.
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 And good night, Chesty, wherever you are.
Thank you.